Hey ladies, Alia Steglinski here again, accredited nutritionist. So, today in this presentation, we are talking about my method that has worked for hundreds of women. It is all about fueling your body, supporting your mind, your body, your spirit, your lifestyle, and your body exactly as you are. Whether you're feeling like you're not in full capacity right now with your business, with life, or whether you are just looking for a few adjustments with your routine to make a difference. This method is here to help you achieve that. You will notice more energy. You will notice it is in a line with what accredited nutritionists and dietitians always preach and instruct when it comes to balanced eating or balancing sugar levels. And it is in alignment with the Mediterranean diet, uh, with with our bodies, for our bodies as we grow older, because we are sophisticated now, and it's a good time to work smart, not hard. And I I know that this method will make your life easier. It will support you exactly where you are, but give you the energy that you desire, because it is that easy. Nutrition has that power, mindset has that power, energy, your energy is going to change because you're eating more clean food from the earth. You're going to feel more grateful, more better energy from this flow, from this method, because it's here to vitalize you, to bring you ultimate empowerment and the energy and empowerment that you deserve. So the complete nutrition method is a method that I designed out of experience. It took me 20 years and a lot of yeah, 3 eating disorders and just a lot of experience with clients, seeing them all struggle with eating to lose weight without having to diet and count calories and put more pressure, shame, guilt, inflammation in their bodies. I had to find something that would work, and this is it. It's really simple, but it's important to get it right because we don't want to uh, continue having to lose nutrition as we lose weight, or feel like we lose control when we fast and then we're so hungry after a while. We want our bodies to feel balanced. We want to feel like this is sustainable and it's going to give us results in the long run. If not, um, if not sooner, because you will feel results of energy. You will feel like you can sleep better. Any mood swings, hot flushes, they all naturally improve. And it's all possible with the power of nutrition. You could add some herbs as well. Seeing a naturopath, also seeing your doctor will help if you need to talk to them about a routine there. And this is this is amazing how nutrition can help. Okay, so we are working on those vegetables that will help you, and the complete nutrition method that will fuel your body, your cells, and your energy. So let's get going. So traditional diets, they stop working. They do, because we realize they're a waste of time. We don't have that much time now to waste money and not enjoy life. Like, we want to still enjoy going out and enjoying food. It's not about restriction. It shouldn't be. Healthy eating shouldn't be about restriction. Complete nutrition method is about support for your body and fueling your body adequately. It really is. So not only will you be able to feel like it's easier to eat less sweets and savory, but you will be healing your body from any poor patterns of dieting. As you know, dieting can create inflammation, lack of energy that we need. It can, we need more protein as we age. We need more calcium. We need more minerals, vitamins. We need more from food. And if we get smart with it, then it's amazing how the body it has an opportunity over the next few months to show us that it is happy with our choices on a daily basis as our staples. Our staples will change, your staple foods will change, your meals. It's all small tweaks that the complete nutrition method is about, but super important that you understand it uh, for our time moving forward as we get older. It's very important that we notice where we align with this complete nutrition method and where we can learn from it. Okay, so the diets just don't work. I've seen so many clients, fasting, you know, they fast because they're busy or they've heard that it's going to help with their, with weight loss, increasing the youth hormone. And look, I get all that, but it does put us it does put us into survival mode. We do need you to have more nutrition regularly. And for example, protein is absorbed better and has better effects in the body being consumed 4 times a day as opposed to once a day. So if you were to fast for the day and then eat a big, like one meal, that wouldn't be as effective in helping maintain or growing muscle as it would if you had it regularly throughout the day. So you can't put on weight with natural food, especially if you use this method. Okay, so diets cause stress, guilt. Most diets rely on restriction. It leads to burnout. You may already be feeling burnt out. You don't need more of it. Okay, you need to fuel your body with nutrition, with good energy from food, from life, with thoughts. You need to listen to your body with what it needs from natural food, from all the macronutrients as well as micronutrients. Macronutrients are fats, proteins, carbs, and micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. So that's why it's important to hydrate with water, with electrolytes coming from coconut water, from a trusted electrolyte supplier. That's natural, of course, and it's important to think of this complete nutrition method, VCP, vegetables, carbs, and protein. So there is science supporting this method, of course, as an accredited nutritionist and science guru. I have looked, I know the science is backing it, and for your information, we know that eating regularly lowers cortisol and cravings. JAMA, International or Internal Medicine, balanced meals improve insulin sensitivity, and fermented cruciferous vegetable support gut microbe. So the method, the complete nutrition method or the CN method, is rooted in chrononutrition, timing meals with circadian rhythms. So, it's important to eat regularly throughout the day. A lot of Europeans will manage their weight because they eat during the day. They don't fast at night. They just focus smart. They eat smart. So this is an example right here. They eat throughout the day, complete nutrition meals, and then at night they don't feel so hungry and they will eat something lighter or they will just have a complete nutrition meal, but they'll definitely not feel like they have to overconsume at any point, and definitely not at the end of the day. And that is a time when Australians, or a lot of us who miss out on meals, will feel like we need to eat at the end of the day and then we go to sleep. So it's not really working with a rhythm, because then at night we've got all this energy. We've got that burst of energy that we get, and yeah, it doesn't support our rhythm. It's, we've got rhythm throughout the day, we flow throughout the day. We're wanting to start the day with breakfast and fuel it at least 3 times a day, complete nutrition meals. The science is macronutrients, so we know that protein, carbs, and vegetables create a sustained, more even blood sugar level. So if you were just to eat potato, obviously that would, and cooked potato, that would be warm, cooked potato, it would be higher glycemic index. Whereas if you had sweet potato, for example, with some meat or some protein, it could be vegetable protein like tofu, for example, and vegetable, the glycemic index would lower. So the effect of sugar on the body wouldn't be as high, and therefore it's not such a burden on the body. The energy is utilized really well, that sort of thing. So, and cravings, because you are lowering the amount of additives you're eating in your staple foods, as well as balancing your meals, your taste buds don't require such significant um, amounts of salt or sugar. It really changes the taste buds because of the mix you are now putting in. Anti-inflammatory principles, all the meals that you will cook using this method. So remember, they're all natural ingredients. You will check every single sauce you use, every single ingredient. You would choose a takeaway like sushimi or nigiri as Japanese, danami beans, etc. Or you would choose natural Italian food with adding a salad there or a risotto. Like, you are always going to look for natural ingredients. And if you cook at home, you will know exactly what's going into your meal, into your pre-prep meal or your once-off meal that you have for yourself or for your family, your partner. You'll know all the ingredients. So maybe there'll be one sauce that is not perfect, like soy sauce, unless of course you're allergic to the ingredients. You'll know because your skin will react and that sort of thing, or you'll be gluten intolerant or something. So you just do need to care about all ingredients that affect you. But if you do happen to add an ingredient that has some sugar in it, or just a bit of additive, or even the bad fat, it's just one component. Don't put as much of it in there. At least it's some flavor, and you're going to have all the other, majority of it is going to be healthy. And that's balance. It's about ratio. It's about uh, focusing on having more clean food on your plate, in your pan, when you're cooking, in your pre-prep meals, in the freezer, when you take away, like you will start to shift the amount of clean food you eat as opposed to processed food. And the only way to do that is if you cook it at home and you check all the ingredients. So we'll take a bit of time to look at all the labels. They'll be worth it, because you need to look at what is in it, not what the marketing says. So for example, air popped popcorn still can mean that there's those additives in there. Even if it's plain, it can have like the oils that are inflammatory. So you got to read the ingredients first. I remember the other week I went to my friend's house, and she's a doctor and I'm a nutritionist, and we both were like, yeah, this popcorn's fine. It says air fried or air popped popcorn, but we read the ingredients. Took us, I don't know, 10 seconds. We finally found it was only 2 ingredients, like corn, and then there was the canola oil. So we're not going to be fooled anymore. We're going to choose foods that are natural, So, for example, an alternative to that would be to, just to make our own popcorn with extra virgin oil, um, or just use it as a treat for like not think that that is a clean food that would eat as a staple, for example. Okay, so yeah, it's important. It does show that when your gut health is healthy, so when you're having less sugar from fruit, so you're focusing on semi-dried, semi-ripe bananas, on blueberries, raspberries, green apples, grapefruit, vegetables that are raw, these kind of snacks, you are going to fuel your good gut health. Of course, you've got sauerkraut, which is fermented cabbage. You've got dill cucumbers, which is fermented cucumbers. And then, you've got probiotics, Greek yogurt, that sort of thing. Always make sure it's natural, as natural as possible, my friends. No sugars, no additives. I will only create inflammation in the gut. So a product like, I'm not going to name any labels, any brands, but a product can say it's healthy in gut health, but then it has, like, obviously probiotics do need a bit of sugar, but if it has added sugar, like on the label it says like one of the first things is like sugar and then an additive, that's what predominantly you're ingesting. Okay. So you want the first few ingredients of your labels list to be as natural as possible. Okay. And maybe at the end, a few additives in there. But the more we eat natural, the more balanced and the more better effect you're going to have in these areas that count for your health, for your energy, for your cravings, for your cellular health. You're going to notice a difference. Okay, I've seen it with many, many clients. So the core formula is 4 meals a day. So if you have a 15-hour day, so let's say you wake up at 6 until 6 is 12, and then you go to bed, let's say 12, like 9 p.m. You are focusing on like 4 meals a day. And if you don't have time for 4 meals a day, I get it. You will learn the quick ways to make complete nutrition meals, whether it's defrosting a pre-prep meal from the freezer at work or at home, whether it's just getting some smoked salmon and a salad going along with a piece of bread or quinoa. Like, it's you're going to start to just tweak. It's just going to get better and better and better each week. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember, but we do need to focus on eating regularly, on having your plate 1/3 vegetables, 1/3 carbs, 1/3 protein. So your vegetables are any vegetables really, but like obviously you don't want potato chips that are fried. You could make potato chips that are at home. The best is if you just get potato, slice it up, and put extra virgin olive oil on there and sea salt. Your vegetable though, even though potatoes are vegetable, it's more of a carb. So with vegetables, I'm talking about your zucchini, your mushroom, your uh, capsicum, broccoli, broccolini, cabbage, cauliflower, that sort of thing. Your carbs, I'm talking about pumpkin, sweet potato, quinoa, brown rice, white rice, wild rice, black rice, sourdough bread, gluten-free wrap that you make at home, uh, oats, quinoa oats, that sort of thing. And then protein is obviously your meats, your chicken, if you can get, your organics, but just do your best there. I know it can be more expensive. If you can get nitrate-free ham, that'd be great. Otherwise, actually smoked salmon, if you can get into that has no nitrates in there usually. Eggs, obviously, is your protein. You've got tofu, tempeh. You've got beans, chickpeas. There are lots of recipes in the book that I have that celebrate these complete nutrition meals. But more importantly, over time, you will notice that you can do it yourself. You will always look for VCP, whether you're out at a restaurant, at an event. I'm going to teach you I want you to be aware right now without having to um, worry too much, is that you've got this. Like, it's actually quite easy to learn right now and to apply it right now, because the sooner you start to practice this, the sooner you have this tool. And it's really quite easy. When you get a plate, just remember it's the inside of the plate. It's more like an entree size, and you focus on there. So yeah, one piece of bread, or if you end up with two, no big deal. Just make sure it's all natural. Read the ingredients the next few weeks, your vegetables, and then your proteins. So every meal, whether it's a stir fry, a smoothie, a soup, a spaghetti, you're going out, you'd add a salad to your spaghetti, for example, to make sure that you get the veg in there. You would make sure you have a healthy protein with your meals. So there's always something that we can add, and having that VCP, vegetables, carb, protein idea in your head, looking at the plate, just remembering VCP, you can't go wrong with calories, with nutrition. Just listen to what your body wants. Maybe it does want a risotto with prawns, and some veg and added salad. So, or maybe it wants a spaghetti, just add 3 vegetables. And you want to focus on this complete nutrition method most of the time. So you are nourishing your body, regrouping your taste buds, fueling your body, healing, or giving your gut an opportunity to regulate, re-regulate, and to fix itself up as it needs. And you start to get more in tune with your body, with what foods agree with you and what don't with natural, because you might find that cabbage doesn't agree with you, but you do like broccoli. It does agree with you, you don't like mushroom, but you do like capsicum. So it's important to find a variety of vegetable colors that agree with you, and to listen to your body. And then over time, hopefully the fiber, all those vegetables will agree with you, all of them. But yeah, just to add in vegetables, because it is important for your vitamins. Remember, those micros are important. And it is important for carbs, because you will be exercising. I mean, you use your brain so much throughout the day, I'm sure, with the work you do, everything you work through mentally, physically, spiritually, you humans, right? And it's important to fuel you. Remember, we're always going back to having you, you are in flow, and giving you that fuel that you need, not only through vitamins and minerals, but also through the macronutrients. So the energy that you get from carbs, especially if you're exercising or practicing new moves, with stretching, with Pilates, with gym, whatever it is, with walks, with a marathon, I don't know. But yeah, don't forget, this is what athletes work on and focus on. It's nothing new, but it's a very powerful concept to get hold of now, so you can practice it and notice that you will feel fueled with your exercise to help you tone, to strengthen, etc. So remember, only natural ingredients. Read each label. You only need to do it once, and you'll know which brands are good, and then it'll be less of an effort for you over time. So this is different. There's no guilt. There's no off limits food groups, no intermittent fasting, no calorie counting. Um, when on the days off that you have, you could practice eating mindfully. So for example, if you're like, oh, I'm going to eat my pre-prep meals, I'm going to cook complete nutrition meals from her book, or using the VCP method, Monday to Friday. And then you find that the weekend you're like, I'm going to go out, I'm going to do takeaway, like you would do, or you would just, you wouldn't think about too much. So it would be, you're actually establishing a really good routine 5 days of the week. And the next 2 days, do your best. But if you do end up having, takeaway, or if you end up having takeaway throughout the week, The Mediterraneans and the blue zone focus on eating healthy, going up hills, being active all day, and they do eat treat foods 3 to 4 times a week. So it's nothing new, eating treat foods is nothing off limits unless it is something that your body doesn't tolerate. For example, preserves in wine or preserves in dried fruit, even gluten, obviously, too high sugar from fruit like FODMAP, you need to follow that. Um, and there are other foods you can eat that are enjoyable, but obviously don't hurt your body. So, and obviously, if the food is high in like additives, like, lollies or MSG, you'll know it. Like your skin will be off, you'll feel not good. But, like don't be hard on yourself. Is you could just, if you feel like it's no good, just remember that you've got the VCP method, the complete nutrition method, the next day. I try and practice it pretty much every day and then allow myself to have the treats when I want it. But trust me, over time, you'll only need it like once a month, when you're, maybe once a week. And there's nothing wrong with that. And even if you have it once a day, like a piece of chocolate, you won't be feeling like an ice cream every day after dinner. Okay. It will change. You'll feel like it every second dinner, and then it'll become like once or twice a week. It will happen. So yes, it's all about portion balance, natural portion balance. You're listening to your body and satisfaction and nourishment over restriction. So what happens when you eat this way? The cravings naturally reduce, energy becomes more stable, less bloating and inflammation. You improve your hormone balance. A lot of clients say that they've improved their hormone balance. They notice that they're sleeping better, they're getting less hot flushes throughout the night, and it just makes such a difference to their quality of life. Mental clarity and emotional calm, there's more of that. There becomes more of that. You are more supported with nutrition coming from the VCP and eating it regularly and having cleaner food, better sleep, better skin, better strength. So it supports your whole system. Those vegetables, the cruciferous ones, the fermented foods, stronger microbes or gut health, hormonal health. Regular balanced eating reduces the estrogen stress response, it boosts serotonin. It just naturally will help you feel like you don't need more of um, the need from chocolate and cheese. Although there's nothing wrong with chocolate and cheese, you just have less of a pull towards it. You'll have more choice, which is important. Remember, it's all about empowering you and giving you the reins, the control, girl. Nervous system. We all have one of those. And breathing can help, but so can good food. Honestly, when you start to feel like this is become part of your routine, you will notice that you are more calm. You'll feel more fueled because you're eating more regularly. It's more cleaner food. It's more complete in nutrition. And when you exercise, you'll feel like you're not as inflamed. And everything just balances out with sugar, with energy, and you just become more calm. There's no this up and down drama feelings with your body and mind. It gives you way more executive decision making and balance naturally. And yes, so this is a long-term solution, not a quick fix. So it's not a keto solution, it's not detox. This is the complete nutrition method. This is your flow. This is helping you. This is supporting you to do the things you need to do to get through whatever it is. If you want to eat out, it will help. It will support you eating out. If you need better sleep, or you need any sleep, it will just give you that energy and rejuvenation in the background, just because you're choosing better and you've got a better system in your health. Okay. So find your flow and fuel smart. That's basically what this is all about. Just remember that's your aim for the next few weeks. Your taste buds will change. There's studies that show that when we eat more cleaner food, less processed food, less sugar, our bodies don't crave. Our minds, our bodies, our taste buds change. Okay. All because we just tweak a few things. You can just tweak one thing this week and then the next week. So that's what this ageless vitality membership is all about. It's a journey. It's getting into your flow and keep flowing. And it just gets better and better. The river just flows, my friend. It's just good energy. It's the river that you choose to create, whether it's a cute little creek river or a flowing one after the snow has melted, or Niagara Falls, what have you. It's your body, it's your life, it's your energy. You have one. Let's get you back in flow where it deserves to be balanced. If you have any questions or you'd like to join this program for only $1 a day, just click the link below or visit my website, personalhealthcoach.com.au. And it is all available online. There's accountability involved with myself as your accredited nutritionist, personal health coach. I do have a passion to help women to establish their flow. So there's going to be absolutely no pressure, no judgment, no guilt tripping. It is the total opposite. I know it's just shocking how awesome this is. No, really, I want to just help you to feel more yourself, take the time and effort out of having to discover what it is you need for your health and body. It's here, okay? Got the solutions for you, my friend. Have a good one. Don't forget to click down below, and I'll see you in the next video.